Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's Hexy. Let's do another unboxing here. So I got to catch up with some of the wonderful things that David Heath and the gang at Lock and Load sent me a few weeks back. I've been slacking, been busy, but golf season's just about over for me, and then we can get to focusing on gaming. So here is Stalin's Triumph, Nations at War. The Iron Men of the Soviet Union fight for their homeland in 1943. This is platoon-level combat in World War II. Now, I don't know anything about this system, so this is all going to be new to me. So, Stalin's Triumph, Clash of Armor on the Eastern Front. And I can't read what that is. 2N. Oh, in a clash of the giants, the Soviet Red Army defends the motherland against its German invaders from such fearsome formations as the 2nd SS and 11th Panzer Division, centered in the area or on the area of Kursk in 1943. Stalin's Triumph contains scenarios depicting the fighting in and around the northern and southern flanks of the battle, a battle that proved to be the largest tank battle in history. Stalin's Triumph is a complete game in the Nations at War series. The game includes Soviet units such as the famed animal killer, the Su-152, and the workhorse of the Soviet Army, the T-34. For the German, there's a wide array of hardware such as Tigers and Mach 4s, but also unique vehicles such as the Flammenpanzer, and the dreaded Elephant. What a massive gun that thing had. Also included are new rules for tank riders, commissars, fighter planes, Goliaths, and rockets. Battles depict actions around such famed areas as Prokhorovka and Ponyry. It's a World War II, and the nations are at war. This is a good looking. Just looking at the counters here is a good looking. I'm sure these are those maps that you can just put them together. So let's see. We've got the producers, David Heath and Blackwell Hurd. Game design and development, Sean Drillinger. Module design, Sean Drillinger. Art director, Mark von Marshall. Counter art, Mark von Marshall. Map art, Mark von Marshall. Box art design, David Heath and Blackwell Hurd. 4 sheets of over 350 counters. 4 geomorphic, that's where I was looking for. Double-sided maps. 1 color module booklet. 1 color core game system version 2 manual. 2 11x17 unit cost sheets. 4 8.5 by 11 paper aid charts. Player aid charts, and 2 D6 dice. So it looks like complexity is about middle of the road, and the solitaire playability is about just above middle in the road. So this was published in 2016, and David sent me this in a package, trying to give me a little taste of some of Lock and Load stuff. I've already started playing a little bit of Lock and Load Tactical, which is a very good system. Good looking game too. All right, let's take the box off. Like I said, I've already unshrinked this, but I haven't done anything to it yet. So let's take a look. Let's see what we got in here. Right. The big old 6-sided dice. I used to love the old little tiny SPI ones that came in the flat packs. We got some cards here. It says 9th Panzer on it. Formations deck. And stuff's all shrink wrap still. So, all right, so we got some cards in here. And let's see. A module. Okay, so we got a module and scenario booklet. Looks like we got some more cards in here. Not sure what they're for. I don't think I want to take them out of here just yet. Looks like we have some player aids in here, and it says, yeah, there's quite a few in there. They look like they're on a thin card. Yeah, let's look at one. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Get the box out of the way here. Let's see what these cards are here. We're going to see what these cards are from the back. Stalin's Triumph, Soviet Union. Maybe these are activation type cards. Like I said, I know nothing about this system, so I guess we'll find out as we go. Alright, player aids. Yeah, I might as well take them out of here, right? I can put it back in later. Alright, so we got the Nations at War module and scenario booklet. Alright, you know, with Lock and Load, you're going to get great big print, sort of a satiny finished card stock on the cover of the booklet, and then maybe not quite a complete gloss, but a semi-gloss paper inside. Nice big letters. 2-column text, great pictures and graphics of what you're looking at to explain everything to you. Recon airplanes, motorcycle dismounting. Oh, wow. Depressions, trenches, support weapons. Oh, there's a picture of a map. And their maps are really nice, too, in these things. All right, so it looks like you have a tutorial called the Heavy Iron Cross. So that's a 6-turn tutorial. So that may be something we'll start with when we get to play. Oh, and then it's got a walkthrough. You can't, okay. People that develop games and take the time to do this, you got to assume they don't want to necessarily build you a tutorial that teaches you every rule in the game, because you need to get into the rule book, because you got to find those subtleties, those little things that you won't see in these in everyday play or every turn play or every movement or every combat, things like that. So, but to have a walkthrough to get you started, and that walkthrough is only 2 pages. How can you beat that? Tells you exactly what's going on. They tell you what the dice roll is, and that way you can see how the actions take place. And then it starts the scenarios. All right, so we got 12 pages or 11 pages of module rules. So, truthfully, only about 8, it looks like. And then your scenario start. You got July 5th, 1943, Brecken die Zeile. All right, Boots on the Ground, July 5th, 1943. July 6th, 1943, Dawn of the Tiger. You got to wonder, is this the first time that the Soviets actually see the Mach 6s? And they got the map layouts. You got all your deployments, how everything goes. A Busy Morning, July 6th, 43. July 6th, 43, Clash of Steel. I would have thought that might have said Prokhorovka, but I don't know. July 7th, 43, Little Stalingrad. The Village of Pinery. Okay. Hill 274. Nice little tiger right there. All right, July 10th, The View from Here. Wow, No Passage, July 10th. Amazing. July 12th, 1940, near Prokhorovka. Boy, that's a big scenario. All right, The Bridge at Berezovy, July 11th of 43. July 12th, 43, Kutuzov's Revenge. Panther. Along the Cell, July 12th, 43. Boy, there's a lot of scenarios in here. July 12th, The Long Right Flank. And then the campaign, Death Ride of Das Reich. Scenario 1, Rattle the Cage. Scenario 2, Here Comes the Fire Brigades. Scenario 3, Blood, Iron, and Steel. Wow. Something Borrowed. It's a special Something Borrowed. July 12th, 43, 52nd Guards. And the Solo Assist, which I have the L&L Tactical Solo thing. All right, so, okay, so I didn't think that this game was going to be at this level. So now I'm a lot more intrigued now by this game. I wasn't sure what to expect. I know you see a title that says like Nations at War, you think it's going to be some grand strategic level game. So, but apparently this is not. Stalin's Triumph terrain effects chart and the counter terrain effect. Oh, okay, yeah. So terrain effects that are created by the use of counters for anti-tank ditches, wire, wrecks, improved positions, and mines. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's on a thin card stock, but that's nice. Let's see what else we got up in here. Get this out of the way. All right, we've got another package to open here. I'm smart enough to know how. Oh, this one's sealed up. All right, well, we're going to get them out of here real quick. There we go. I'll tell you, it's all good of them to send me this stuff. So, it opened. Okay, open sideways. All right, take a peek at that. And looks like we got a turn record track, place for cards. So I'm assuming the cards, this stuff will be here. Nothing on the back. What do we got here? Nations at War, Player Aid. This is a full. Oh, here we go. So rules references. I also like games that do this. That though some of the maybe sometimes the rare rules that are used, or sometimes the rules that you use constantly, put them on a Player Aid's card, so you're not always digging into the rule book. So that's nice. All right, let's get that out of the way. All right, and then we got our Nations at War 2nd Edition Core Rules, version 3.0. I'll have to look and see if that's the final, if there's more to that. Once again, semi-gloss, cardstock cover that's a satin. Nice big text. Great pictures as usual. Great counter displays. Little section for you to write notes in. Probably wouldn't do much highlighting in this, so... 2-column, typical. They even put website links you can go to in these things. But this is second unboxing I've done tonight, and so far both of the games that I've done are just phenomenal. So let's see, how many rules do we got in here? How many sets of rules? Well, copies of the maps, I guess, or a picture of the map. And they've got starter kit scenarios in here. Cats in the Mist. So it's not just the scenario book where you have a scenario. And then you got a nice, they always have a great big text index that's really, really nice to look at. Multiple pages for that right there. All right. And it looks like the rules go about 63 pages. But when you take rules that are written like this in this big text, you can pretty much validate that it's like half the size because the text is so big. It's just taking up more pages because of that. So that's pretty cool, right? So that's version Core Rules 3.0. All right, player aid card, Stalin's Triumph Chaos Table. More of that. So I guess it's a die roll table. Yeah, 2 through a 12. And then it has, I guess, your explanation of what happens during those things. Interesting. And the counters. All right, we got a slip sheet of counters here. So this is a replacement counter, sheet 1 of 1. These are gorgeous, man. And they're big. Gorgeous counters. Look at that Tigers right there. Totenkopf, 9th SS, M3S Grants. Oh, wow. So how many sheets of counters do we have in this thing? I know there's quite a few. All right, here we go. So there's a rush. So 1 of 5 front here. These are all Soviet stuff here. Motorcycles and infantry, tanks, wheeled vehicles, T-34s. Look at here, T-34 76s, some T-70As, nothing but roller skates there. Any big dogs in here? Churchills, I guess. Did the Brits do Lend-Lease with Russia? I don't really know, right? Then we got a bunch of grunts, some Su-152s here, Su-76. I remember playing all these World of Tanks. KV-1, there you go. There's an armored beast, slower than hell, but hard to destroy. Aircraft, Iato, Sturmovix. What else we got up in here? Looks like we got some peoples, some leaders. Anybody we know? I wonder if those are for real. I don't recognize any of those names. Concealment counters for your vehicles, I would assume. Wire, objectives, objective markers. Very good, very good, very good. A, B, C, D, and E. Mines, Berserk. We're going to go Berserk, improve positions, more mines, out of command markers, ops complete markers. That's something that's in there, lock and load tactical too. Bridge out, chaos, acquisition. Oh, acquisition for firing, okay. Fate, turn, intern, block, or rocket barrage. Ooh. Katyushas and Nebelwerfers, I guess. I got some Marder 3 anti-tanks, some Panthers, some Ferdinand Stug 3Gs, Flammenpanzers, SDKs, wheeled versions. You got some anti-tank guns, a bunch of Pioneers and Grunts, Major Drillinger. That answers that. Lieutenant Volker, Lieutenant Shockey. All right, these are good-looking counters. Totenkopf. We on the back here. Tigers, naturally. Armored infantry, PZ-3Ls, Stug 3Gs, PZ-4. See, to me, I always was taught that the PZ-4, especially the PZ-4H, that was the workhorse of the German army, because that's, from what I understand, that was the main battle tank for the longest time. And all the way to the end of the war they had them. So Tigers, captured T-34 76. I heard some stories about that in the Army Group North when they were in the Kurland Pocket, having a unit of captured T-34s. So I wonder if that represents, well, something along that line. And then your units, 11th, 9th, 18th Panzer, 505th Heavy. I'm sure that would be their Tigers. 35th Panzer Grenadier, 25th Panzer Grenadier. All right, so 5 sheets and then a little slip sheet there of counters. Let's take a look at some maps, see what we got. So they're geomorphic maps. They're letter size fold-outs, and they're dual-sided. No, they're not. That one's not. That's map 7. Are there 8 maps in here? Wow. All right. Map, road run through it. Don't ask me to pronounce that name. You out there watching this that can speak that, send me a translation. All right, map number 5 here. Road going through the middle of that side over there. Oh, no, that's a railroad track. Looks elevated, too. That looks like there are others. Is this 9 or 6? Oh, there's 9 maps, it looks like. What else we got here? Pokrovka. I don't know whether that's it or not, or spelled wrong. Looks like there's a railroad track and a road in a built-up area. Huh. Boy, these maps are good-looking maps, too. I'm scoring it big with games with nice-looking maps in it. I know this is map 9, it looks like. Looks like we got a river or stream maybe over here. Another set of railroad tracks. Yeah, you got to wonder, German countryside, you got to wonder. I always hear about how bad and how minimal the roads were, so they may have this right here. What else we got? The map. Oh, there's 10 maps. All right, map number 10. More of the river or stream, more railroad, and a road running catty corner over there. All right, those are nice looking. They're on a thin cardstock, but they're pretty durable. You know, you'll probably put that stuff down with tack putty, and then put plexiglass over it. All right, Stalin Triumphs unit point cost sheet. All right, so now this makes me curious because I hear about tabletop miniatures where you build your army off of points. And I'm wondering if that might be how this works in here. Unit point cost sheet, more. Interesting. Well, I guess once we ever get into it, we'll find out. And then here's one that looks like for the Soviets. Like I said, I know nothing about Nations of War. I just know it's a good-looking game, and eventually I'll get around to it. All right, so there you have it. That's Stalin's Triumph, Nations at War. Like I say, this was sent to me by David Heath up in Lock and Load. And this is not what I expected. So this is liable to get some attention from me in playing this thing because this looks a little more tactical than what I presumed it was going to be. So if you have any knowledge out there, you played this thing, tell me what your thoughts are on it. Tell me how does it play. Does it play like Lock and Load Tactical, or is the scale so much different that it makes the gameplay different? Just tell me what your overall opinion of it is. And once again, thanks to David Heath and the guys up at Lock and Load for sending me this thing. I really appreciate this, and hopefully I get this on the table and see what this is all about because it does look very intriguing. All right, that's Hexy. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Talk to y'all later.